What's up, y'all boys? This is Lo, and today we're going to be talking about how to start a clothing brand in 2023. And I saw the support that y'all left on the last video that I made, so if y'all want to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments. But let's get into it. So the first thing that you're going to have to come up with when starting a clothing brand is figuring out what to name it. So for starters with the name, I suggest that you use either one or two words in it. You don't want to have it be too long because then it won't fit on your clothes, but also it'll just be hard for people to find you. When creating a name, you want to make sure that there's a meaning behind it. I see too many people create names just because they sound cool or because they saw other people make it, but overall that'll just affect the longevity of your brand and it won't make sense down the road. Something else you want to do when creating a name is you want to look it up on Instagram, TikTok, look up websites that may have your name, because you don't want to be in the situation where you have your brand set out, you have everything good to go, and then you look on Instagram and see somebody already has your name. The second thing that you need to start a clothing brand in 2023 is to find a target audience. And this may seem like one of the most simple steps, but it's really one of the most complicated. The reasoning for that is because you have to get specific with your target audience. You're going to want to be able to describe your ideal customer down to a T. I'm talking their lifestyle, what they like to do, where they live, how much they usually spend, what music they listen to, everything that you can think of. The way I was able to do this was going on Instagram and page surfing. I'd find people that looked like they would fit my target audience, and I would know small things about them, like who they follow, what they like to do, what type of content they post, etc. You can also use websites like Uber Suggest, Google Trends, Statista, and a bunch more to find more data on your target audience. The third thing that you're going to need is to have a design. There's two ways you can go about this. You can either outsource your design through apps like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, etc., or you can do it yourself using apps like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, Photopea, Procreate, etc. If you're new to designing or have never designed before, which I assume most people that are watching this video are, I would recommend that you outsource for your first design. If you do want to create the design yourself, then I suggest taking something like a Photoshop course or binging YouTube videos to get good at it. Next, you're going to want to find a manufacturer. This is going to vary heavily depending on what type of clothing you're making, but if you're doing normal screen printing, I recommend looking for a local shop near you. For cut and sew, or really anything other than screen printing or DTG, I recommend using Alibaba. These are usually overseas manufacturers, which usually come with longer waiting times, but they are often cheaper and more specialized in certain clothing garments. Once you got a manufacturer, then you want to try to build a social media presence. I spoke about this a little bit in the last video that I made, but what you basically want to do is try to build a social media presence around your brand's message. The goal is to get people to recognize your brand so that when you're all ready to go, you already have an audience that's interested in you. Now that you've got all the main steps out of the way, you're just going to want to start preparing for your drop. The best way to do this is to get all the necessary supplies that you're going to need. Some of those being poly mailer bags, Dyno label printers, size stickers, have your website ready, have business cards, wristbands, other incentives, anything really that's going to help you prepare. So that's all I've really got for you. This was just an overview of the bigger things that you should focus on when creating a brand, but if you guys want a video of me going in more depth of some of the topics, just let me know in the comments. Lastly, we are about to drop the 2 shirts on the screen, so if you're trying to cop one, you can just go to alterperception.shop, or you can just follow our social medias to stay updated whenever we drop.